Shape. A shape is the external form or appearance of something. The box has a rectangular shape. City. A city is a large and densely populated area that is a center of culture, economy, and government. New York City is known for its skyscrapers and vibrant culture. Cookie. A cookie is a small, sweet, baked food, usually round and flat. She enjoyed a chocolate chip cookie with her milk. Whisper. To whisper means to speak very quietly, often so that only someone close can hear. She had to whisper so the baby wouldn't wake up. Brown. Brown is a color that is a mix of red, yellow, and black. The brown tree had leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. Wish. To wish means to desire or hope for something to happen. I wish I could visit Paris someday. Down. Down means towards a lower place or position. She fell down the stairs. Open. Something that is open allows people to enter or is not closed. Please leave the door open for fresh air. Shirt. A shirt is a piece of clothing worn on the upper body, usually with a collar. He wore a clean white shirt to the party. Off. Off means not operating or not in use. Please turn off the lights when you leave. Far. At a great distance from something. The store is far from my house. Early. Happening or done before the usual or expected time. She arrived early to the meeting. Sew. To sew means to attach pieces of fabric together using a needle and thread. She learned to sew a dress for her doll. Painting. A painting is a picture made with paint on a surface. The painting of the sunset was beautiful. Big. Something that is big is large in size or amount. He has a big dog that loves to play. Smooth. Something that is smooth has a flat, even surface without bumps. The river flowed smoothly with no waves. Be. To exist or to live. I want to be happy. Red. Red is a color that is like the color of blood or ripe strawberries. She wore a bright red dress to the party. Sharp. Having a fine edge or point, able to cut or pierce. Be careful with that knife, it is very sharp. Sweet. Having a pleasant taste of sugar or honey. The cake was very sweet and delicious. Mountain. A mountain is a large, natural elevation of the Earth's surface. We hiked up the mountain to see the sunrise. Banana. A banana is a long, curved fruit with a yellow skin and soft, sweet flesh. She ate a banana for breakfast. 2. Used to indicate direction, place, or position. She is going to the store. Bike. A bike is a vehicle with 2 wheels that you ride by pedaling. He rides his bike to school every day. Outside. The outside refers to the external part of something, typically away from the inside. The children played outside in the sunny weather. Singing. The act of making music with your voice. They enjoy singing together in the choir. Imagine. To imagine means to form a mental image or concept of something. She can imagine a world filled with peace and happiness. Park. A park is a public area where people can enjoy nature and have leisure activities. We had a picnic in the park on a sunny day. Scared. Feeling afraid or worried. He was scared of the dark and needed a nightlight. Book. A book is a set of written or printed pages bound together, usually with a cover. She borrowed a book from the library. Sit. To sit means to rest your body on a seat or surface. Please sit down and make yourself comfortable. Test. A test is a way to check knowledge or abilities. She studied hard for the math test. During. At a time when something is happening. We went to the park during the afternoon. Answer. An answer is a reply to a question or a solution to a problem. She gave a correct answer to the math question. Leaf. A leaf is a flat part of a plant, usually green, that grows from its stem. A leaf fluttered to the ground in autumn. Are. The word are is the plural form of to be, used to show existence or a state. They are going to the park today. Black. The color of coal, the darkest color or the absence of light. He wore a black shirt to the party. Come. To move toward or reach a place. Please come to my party this Saturday. Young. Being in the early stage of life, not old. The young child played happily in the park. Clock. A clock is a device that shows what time it is. She looked at the clock to see how late it was. Desk. A desk is a piece of furniture with a flat surface used for working, writing, or studying. She placed her books on the desk to study for the exam. Rice. Rice is a type of grain that is cooked and eaten as food. They had rice with their dinner tonight. Look. To direct your eyes toward something to see it. If you look closely, you can see the stars. Narrow. Something that is narrow is not wide. It has a small width. The narrow path led us to the beautiful garden. Flying. Flying means moving through the air using wings or an aircraft. The bird was flying high in the sky. Koala. A koala is an Australian animal that looks like a small bear and lives in trees, mostly eating leaves. The koala slept peacefully in the eucalyptus tree. 4. Used to indicate the purpose or reason of something. I bought a gift for my friend. Bat. A bat is a flying mammal known for its ability to navigate in the dark using echolocation. The bat flew out of the cave at dusk. Strong. Having the power to move heavy things or having good health. He is strong enough to lift the heavy box. Cooking. The activity of preparing food by heating it. She enjoys cooking new recipes for her family. Wall. A wall is a vertical structure that surrounds or divides an area. The children painted a mural on the classroom wall. Lead. To lead means to guide or direct someone or something. She will lead the team in the project. Carrot. A carrot is a long, orange vegetable that is crunchy and sweet. She ate a carrot as a healthy snack. Thinking. Thinking is the process of using your mind to consider something carefully. His thinking helped solve the problem quickly. Drink. To take liquid into the body through the mouth. I like to drink water when I am thirsty. Thank you. A polite expression of gratitude. When she received the gift, she said thank you with a smile. Milk. A white liquid produced by mammals that is used as food. She poured milk into her cereal every morning. Animal. An animal is a living creature that can move and eat. The tiger is a powerful animal in the jungle. Have. To own or possess something. I have a book that I love to read. Art. Art is the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. A museum displays a variety of art from different cultures. Drive. To control and operate a vehicle. He learned to drive a car when he turned 16. Goodbye. A farewell or a way of saying that you are leaving. She waved and said goodbye as she left the room. Zebra. A zebra is a large animal that looks like a horse and has black and white stripes. The zebra grazed peacefully on the African savanna. And. A word used to connect words or groups of words. I like apples and oranges. Dinner. Dinner is the main meal of the day, usually eaten in the evening. We are having pasta for dinner tonight. Leave. To leave means to go away from a place. Please leave the room quietly. After. At a time later than a particular point or event. We will meet after lunch. Cutting. Cutting means to separate into parts using a sharp tool. He was cutting vegetables for the salad. Coffee. Coffee is a drink made from roasted coffee beans, often served hot. I like to drink coffee in the morning to wake up. Am. Am is the first person singular present of be. I am happy today. Moon. A moon is a natural satellite that orbits the Earth and is visible in the night sky. The moon was bright and full last night. Writing. Writing is the activity of producing text or putting words on paper. Her writing skill improved after taking several classes. Ord. Feeling weary and impatient because one is unoccupied or lacks interest. He felt bored during the long lecture. Quirk. A quirk is a peculiar or unexpected trait or behavior. His quirky sense of humor always makes us laugh. Write. To write means to put words on paper or a screen in a meaningful way. She likes to write stories in her notebook. Bird. A bird is a small or large creature with feathers that can fly. A bird sang a beautiful song in the morning. Living room. A living room is a room for relaxing and socializing in a home. They gathered in the living room to watch a movie together. Rain. Rain is water that falls from clouds in the sky. We stayed indoors because it was raining heavily. Lose. To lose means to no longer have something because you do not know where it is or because it has been taken away. I don't want to lose my keys again. Yogurt. Yogurt is a creamy food made from milk that has been fermented by bacteria. She enjoyed a bowl of yogurt with fresh fruit for breakfast. Teach. To teach is to help someone learn or understand something. The teacher will teach the students new math skills. Plane. A plane is a flat surface that extends infinitely in all directions. The table has a smooth plane that makes it easy to write on. Cook. To prepare food by heating it. She likes to cook dinner for her family every night. Zoo. A zoo is a place where animals are kept for public display. The children were excited to visit the zoo and see many different animals. X-ray. An X-ray is a type of radiation used to see inside things, like the human body. The doctor took an X-ray of my arm to check for any fractures. Day. A day is a period of 24 hours, usually from midnight to midnight. Today is a beautiful day for a picnic. Walking. Walking is the action of moving by putting one foot in front of the other. She enjoys walking in the park every morning. Whale. A whale is a large marine mammal that breathes air through a blowhole on its head. The whale swam gracefully through the ocean. Octopus. An octopus is a sea animal with 8 long arms and a soft body. The octopus changed color to blend in with the coral reef. Bake. To cook food by dry heat without direct exposure to a flame, usually in an oven. I will bake a cake for the party. With. Used to indicate the presence or accompaniment of someone or something. She went to the park with her friend. Dream. A dream is a series of thoughts, images, or emotions occurring during sleep. She had a dream about flying in the sky. Low. Something that is low is situated at a small distance from the ground or is below the normal level. The low wall is easy to climb over. Hiss. To hiss is to make a sound like a snake or to express disapproval. The audience began to hiss when they didn't like the performance. Rocket. A rocket is a vehicle that moves by forcing out gas and is used to travel into space. The rocket launched from the Space Center and disappeared into the sky. Coloring. Coloring is the activity of adding color to a picture or image. The children enjoyed coloring their pictures with bright crayons. Jacket. A jacket is a piece of clothing worn on the upper body, usually having sleeves and a front opening. He wore a worn jacket to protect himself from the cold. Spinning. To spin means to turn around quickly, like a wheel or a top. The dancer was spinning gracefully on the stage. Child. A child is a young human being, typically between the ages of birth and puberty. The child played happily in the park. Swim. To move through water by using the body, especially the arms and legs. I love to swim in the ocean during the summer. Nut. A nut is a hard-shelled fruit or seed that can be eaten. He enjoyed snacking on almonds, which are a type of nut. Teacher. A teacher is a person who helps students learn. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. Owl. An owl is a bird known for its big eyes and nocturnal habits. The owl hooted softly in the night. Hate. To hate is to strongly dislike someone or something. I hate waiting in long lines. Yarn. Yarn is a long, continuous strand of fibers used for knitting or weaving. She bought colorful yarn to make a sweater. Hop. To move by jumping on one foot or by making short jumps. The frog can hop from lily pad to lily pad. Plate. A plate is a flat dish used for serving food. She placed the salad on the plate. Wear. To have clothing or accessories on your body. She likes to wear a hat on sunny days. Ice. Ice is frozen water. It is hard and cold. A lake was covered with thick ice in winter. Video. A video is a recording of moving visual images. She watched a funny video on her phone. Always. At all times, on every occasion. She always arrives early to meetings. Short. Something that is short has a small length or duration. She wore a short dress to the party. Soft. Something that is soft is gentle and easy to touch, not hard or firm. The pillow was soft and comfortable to sleep on. Truck. A truck is a large vehicle used to transport goods. The delivery truck arrived early in the morning. Snow. Snow is frozen water crystals that fall from the sky, covering the ground in white. Children played in the snow, making snowmen and having snowball fights. Spoon. A spoon is a tool with a shallow bowl at the end of a handle, used for eating or serving food. She used a spoon to eat her soup. Brother. A brother is a male sibling or a boy who shares the same parents. My brother and I often play football together. Fly. To move through the air using wings. Birds can fly high in the sky. Warm. Something that is warm has a good temperature, not cold. She wore a warm sweater on the chilly day. Mouse. A small rodent with a pointed snout, round ears, and a long tail. The mouse ran quickly across the floor. Nurse. A nurse is a person who helps take care of sick or injured people. The nurse gave the patient medicine and checked their heartbeat. Window. A window is an opening in a wall that lets light and air into a building. She opened the window to let in some fresh air. Student. A student is a person who is learning, especially in a school or college. The student studied hard for the exam. Elephant. An elephant is a large mammal with a trunk, known for its intelligence. The elephant walked gracefully through the savannah. Help. To help means to give assistance or support to someone. Can you help me with my homework? White. White is the color of milk and snow, the opposite of black. She wore a beautiful white dress to the party. Watching. The act of looking at something attentively. He is watching a movie on TV. Picture. A picture is a visual representation of something, like a drawing or photograph. She showed me a picture of her family. Shout. To shout means to say something loudly. He had to shout to be heard over the noise. Egg. An egg is a round or oval object that comes from birds and contains food for their young. I cooked an egg for breakfast this morning. Tall. Having a greater than average height. He is taller than all his friends. Pull. To pull means to move something toward yourself. Please pull the door to open it. Wake. To wake means to stop sleeping and become aware of your surroundings. I usually wake up early in the morning. Watch. To look at something carefully or attentively. I like to watch movies on weekends. Catch. To catch means to capture or seize something that is moving. He tried to catch the ball during the game. Cheerful. Someone who is cheerful is noticeably happy and optimistic. The cheerful child smiled and played in the park. Tape. Tape is a narrow strip of material used for sticking things together, often adhesive. She used tape to fix the torn paper. Zipper. A zipper is a device used to open and close clothing, bags, or other items. He quickly zipped up his jacket before going outside. Scissors. Scissors are a tool used for cutting paper or other thin materials. She used scissors to cut the wrapping paper. Ocean. A large body of salt water that covers most of the Earth's surface. The ocean is home to many different species of marine life. Kind. Kind means being nice and generous to others. She was very kind to help the elderly man. Unicorn. A unicorn is a mythical horse-like creature with a single spiral horn on its forehead. In the fairy tale, the princess rode a beautiful unicorn through the forest. Joke. A joke is a funny story or statement meant to make people laugh. He told a joke that made everyone laugh. Class. A class is a group of students who are taught together or a category of things that share common characteristics. The teacher divided the students into 2 different classes. Remember, to keep something in your mind or to recall information. I always try to remember my friends' birthdays. Bowl. A bowl is a round, deep dish used for holding food or liquid. She poured the soup into the bowl. Light. Light is something that makes things visible. It's the brightness that comes from sources like the sun or a lamp. The light from the sun filled the room. Start. To begin or commence something. They decided to start the meeting at 10 a.m. Laughing. Laughing is the action of making sounds of amusement or joy. The children were laughing when they saw the clown. Standing. A position or status of being in one place or in a specific state. She has a good standing in her community for her volunteer work. Lemon. A lemon is a yellow fruit that is sour and used in drinks and cooking. She squeezed a lemon to make lemonade. Stand. To stand means to be in an upright position on your feet. He will stand up to greet his guests. Peace. Peace is a state of calm and quiet, without disturbance or conflict. The community enjoyed a period of peace after the negotiations. Clean. Something that is clean is free from dirt, marks, or stains. A kitchen was very clean after the cleaning day. Ask. To say something in order to get information or to request something. Can I ask you a question? Noon. Noon is 12 o'clock in the daytime. The sun is usually highest in the sky at noon. Calm. Calm means peaceful and quiet, without excitement or worry. A lake was calm and reflective in the early morning. Welcome. To welcome someone means to greet them in a friendly way. They welcomed their guests with a warm smile. See. To perceive something with your eyes. I can see the stars in the night sky. Sleeping. The act of resting with eyes closed and not being awake. He is sleeping soundly on the couch. Sun. The sun is a star that gives light and heat to the earth. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Yell. To yell means to shout or speak very loudly, usually because of excitement, anger, or to get attention. He had to yell to be heard over the noise of the crowd. Snake. A snake is a long, legless reptile that often slithers. The snake slithered silently through the grass. Skate. To move on skates or a skateboard. He loves to skate at the park after school. Nature. Nature is the physical world and everything in it that is not made by people. She loves to walk in nature and enjoy the fresh air. Beautiful. Something that is beautiful is very attractive and pleasing. The sunset was beautiful, with vibrant colors in the sky. Fast. Fast means moving or capable of moving at high speed. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. The. Used to refer to a specific person, thing, or idea. A dog is barking loudly. Violin. A violin is a wooden musical instrument with 4 strings played with a bow. She played a beautiful song on her violin at the concert. Heavy. Something that is heavy, has a great weight, or is difficult to lift. The box was too heavy for him to carry. Touch. To touch means to come into contact with something using your body. She reached out to touch the soft fabric. Guitar. A guitar is a musical instrument with strings that you play by plucking or strumming. He plays the guitar beautifully at the concert. Old. Something that is old, has existed for a long time, and is not new. My grandmother has an old book from her childhood. Teddy bear. A teddy bear is a soft toy in the shape of a bear, often stuffed and cuddly. She hugged her teddy bear tightly during the storm. On. Used to indicate a position above something, often in contact with it. The book is on the table. Ball. A ball is a round object used in games and sports. He kicked the ball across the field. Dog. A dog is a domestic animal, often kept as a pet. The dog barked happily when its owner returned home. Closed. Something that is closed is not open, it is shut. The store is closed on Sundays. Mean. To mean something is to have a certain significance or importance. What does this word mean in English? Skip. To skip means to leave something out or to move lightly and quickly. He decided to skip breakfast because he was running late. Ice cream. A sweet frozen dessert made from cream or milk. On a hot day, I love to eat ice cream. Shoe. A shoe is a covering for the foot, typically made of leather, fabric, or rubber. He bought a new pair of shoes for the party. Quilt. A quilt is a warm cover made of 2 layers of fabric filled with soft material. She snuggled under her favorite quilt on a cold night. Brightly. In a way that gives off a lot of light or is full of color. The stars shone brightly in the night sky. Shop. A shop is a place where you can buy things. I went to the shop to buy some groceries. Jam. A jam is a sweet spread made from fruit and sugar cooked until thick. She spread strawberry jam on her toast for breakfast. Time. Time is the continuous progression of existence and events, measured in seconds, minutes, hours, etc. I need more time to finish my homework. Ground. The ground is the solid surface of the earth. He sat down on the ground to rest. Hero. A hero is a person who is admired for their courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. The firefighter was a hero for saving the child from the fire. Kite. A kite is a light frame covered with paper or cloth that flies in the wind. The children loved flying their colorful kites in the park. Bus. A bus is a large vehicle that carries many passengers along a fixed route. She takes the bus to school every day. Enjoy. To enjoy is to take pleasure in something. I enjoy reading books in my free time. Carpet. A carpet is a thick woven fabric used to cover floors. A living room has a beautiful red carpet. Text. A text is a piece of written material, usually comprising words. She wrote a long text to her friend about her trip. Climb. To go up or ascend, usually using your hands and feet. He likes to climb mountains on weekends. House. A house is a building where people live. They bought a new house in the countryside. Square. A square is a shape with 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. The children drew a square on the ground with chalk. Sour. Sour describes a sharp, acidic taste, like lemon or vinegar. A sour taste of the lemon made her pucker. Socks. Socks are pieces of clothing worn on the feet, usually made of fabric. You put on a pair of warm socks before going outside. Paper. A material made of thin sheets used for writing or printing. She wrote her notes on a piece of paper. Sunshine. Sunshine is the light and warmth that comes from the sun. The children played outside in the warm sunshine. Cheese. Cheese is a food made from the pressed curds of milk. She put cheese on her sandwich. Kitchen. A kitchen is a room where food is prepared and cooked. She loves to cook in her modern kitchen. Around. In a circular direction or surrounding something. The children ran around the playground happily. Wide. Something that is wide has a large distance from one side to the other. The river is very wide and hard to cross. Breakfast. The first meal of the day, usually eaten in the morning. I like to have eggs and toast for breakfast. Dancing. Dancing is moving your body to music. They enjoyed dancing at the party last night. Throw. To throw means to send something through the air using your arm. He can throw the ball very far. Rolling. Moving in a smooth, continuous way, or round and round. The rolling hills were beautiful in the sunset. Panda. A panda is a large bear-like animal that is mainly white with black patches, native to China. The panda loves to eat bamboo. Train. A train is a series of connected vehicles that run on tracks and are used for transporting people or goods. The train arrived at the station on time. Quiet. Something that is quiet makes little or no noise. A library is a quiet place to study. Monkey. A monkey is a small to medium-sized primate that is known for its playful behavior and ability to climb. The monkey swung from branch to branch in the tree. Balloon. A balloon is a flexible bag that can be inflated with air or gas. The children enjoyed playing with the colorful balloon at the party. Bring. To bring means to carry something to a place. Please bring your book to class tomorrow. Giraffe. A giraffe is a tall, long-necked animal that lives in Africa. The giraffe stretched its neck to reach the leaves on a tall tree. Forest. A forest is a large area covered chiefly with trees and undergrowth. The children played in the forest, exploring nature. Eat. To eat means to consume food. I like to eat pizza for dinner. Cleaning. The act of making something clean and free from dirt. He spent the afternoon cleaning his room. Among. In or through a group of people or things. She felt happy among her friends. Xenon. Xenon is a colorless, odorless gas that is used in lighting and other applications. Xenon lamps are bright and are often used in movie theaters. Camera. A camera is a device used to take pictures or record videos. She used her camera to capture beautiful moments during the trip. Sell. To sell means to give something to someone in exchange for money. I want to sell my old bicycle online. Xmas. Xmas is an informal term for Christmas. We decorate the tree every year for Xmas. Weak. Someone or something weak is not strong or firm. The plant became weak without enough sunlight. Very. Used to emphasize an adjective or adverb. She is very happy with her results. Wave. A wave is a movement of water that rises and falls. The children played in the ocean waves. Bicycle. A bicycle is a vehicle with two wheels that you ride by pedaling. He rides his bicycle to school every day. Visit. To go to see a person or place for a short time. We plan to visit our grandparents this weekend. Before. At a time earlier than something. She arrived before the meeting started. T-shirt. A t-shirt is a casual piece of clothing made of soft fabric, usually with short sleeves. He wore a comfortable t-shirt while lounging at home. Key. A key is a small metal object used to open or close a lock. I found the key to my house under the doormat. Bark. The outer covering of a tree. The tree's bark is rough and brown. Photo. A picture made using a camera. She took a photo of the sunset at the beach. Apple. A round fruit with red, green, or yellow skin and a sweet taste. She ate an apple as a healthy snack. Small. Small means something that is little in size or amount. The puppy is too small to climb the stairs. Igloo. An igloo is a type of shelter made from ice or snow, often associated with cold regions. The children built an igloo in the snow. Cold. Cold means having a low temperature, not warm. The water in the pool is very cold. Happily. In a way that shows joy or satisfaction. She sang happily at the party. Tea. Tea is a hot drink made by boiling water and adding dried leaves from the tea plant. I like to drink tea in the afternoon. Paint. To apply color to a surface using a brush or similar tool. She likes to paint landscapes on canvas. Computer. A computer is an electronic device that processes data and performs tasks according to a set of instructions. He uses his computer to write essays and browse the internet. Ceiling. The ceiling is the upper surface of a room. The chandelier hung beautifully from the ceiling. Friendly. Someone who is friendly is kind and pleasant to others. The friendly dog wagged its tail at everyone. Wash. To clean something with water and usually soap. I like to wash my hands before meals. Meat. Meat is the flesh of animals that is eaten as food. He prefers to eat chicken meat for dinner. About. Used to indicate the subject of something. The book is about history. Sorry. Feeling regret or sadness about something. I'm sorry for being late to the meeting. Roll. To move by turning over and over on a surface. A child loves to roll down the hill. Yellow. A color like that of a lemon or the sun, bright and warm. The yellow flowers brightened the garden. Van. A van is a large vehicle used for transporting goods or people. A delivery van arrived early in the morning. Tickle. To touch someone lightly to cause laughter or a funny feeling. He likes to tickle his little sister to make her laugh. Please. To please someone is to make them happy or satisfied. She smiled to please her friend. Read. To look at and understand written words. I love to read books every evening. Fan. A fan is a person who admires something, like a sport or a celebrity. He is a big fan of soccer and attends every game. Frowning. Frowning means making a facial expression that shows you are unhappy or thinking hard. She was frowning because she didn't understand the question. Smiling. Smiling means to show happiness by turning the corners of your mouth up. She was smiling when she saw her friend. Catching. To catch something means to grab or take hold of it as it moves. He was catching the ball during the game. Honey. Honey is a sweet, sticky food made by bees from flower nectar. She added honey to her tea for sweetness. River. A river is a large natural stream of water that flows into a sea, ocean, or lake. The Amazon River is the largest river in the world by discharge volume. Movie. A movie is a story or event recorded by a camera and shown in a theater or on television. We watched a fun movie last night with our friends. Sleep. Sleep is a natural state of rest for the body and mind. He needs to get more sleep to feel better. Skirt. A skirt is a piece of clothing that hangs from the waist and covers part of the legs. She wore a beautiful skirt to the party. Sister. A sister is a female sibling, a girl or woman who has the same parents as another person. My sister and I enjoy playing games together. Making. The act of creating or constructing something. She is making a cake for the party. Angry. Feeling strong annoyance or displeasure. He was angry when he found out someone had taken his lunch. Neat. Something that's neat is tidy, clean, and organized. He always keeps his room neat and tidy. Bad. Something that is bad is not good, of poor quality, or harmful. Eating too much candy is bad for your teeth. Salt. Salt is a white substance used to add flavor to food or preserve it. She sprinkled salt on her food to make it tastier. Take. To take means to grasp or capture something, to receive. Please take this book and read it. Cake. A cake is a sweet baked food made from flour, sugar, and other ingredients. She baked a delicious chocolate cake for the party. Ear. The ear is the organ used for hearing. He listened carefully with his ear to the door. Forward. Towards the direction that is in front of you. He walked forward into the room. Year. A year is a period of 12 months used to measure time. I will graduate in a year. Swimming. The act of moving through water using the body. Swimming is a great way to stay fit. Game. A game is an activity that people do for enjoyment or fun, often with rules. We played a board game after dinner. Nose. The nose is the part of the face used for breathing and smelling. He wrinkled his nose at the bad smell. Pasting. Pasting means to stick one thing to another using glue, tape, or a similar method. She is pasting pictures in her scrapbook. Potato. A potato is a starchy root vegetable that is commonly eaten around the world. She cooked a delicious potato dish for dinner. Reading. Reading is the action or skill of looking at and understanding written words. She enjoys reading books in her free time. Store. A store is a place where people buy goods or services. I went to the store to buy some groceries. Love. Love is a strong feeling of affection and care for someone or something. She felt a deep love for her family. A baby is a very young child, especially one that is not yet able to walk or talk. The baby smiled at everyone in the room. Explore. To search for or travel around a place to learn about it. They decided to explore the new city on foot. Dull. Something that is dull is boring or lacks brightness and interest. The lecture was so dull that many students fell asleep. Discover. To discover means to find something for the first time. She hopes to discover new species in the rainforest. Dance. To move the body rhythmically to music. They love to dance at parties. Doctor. A doctor is a person who is qualified to treat people who are ill or injured. She went to see her doctor for a checkup. Late. Happening after the expected or usual time. He arrived late to the meeting. Hot dog. A hot dog is a cooked sausage served in a sliced bun. He enjoyed eating a hot dog at the baseball game. Find. To find means to discover something that was lost or hidden. I will find my keys under the couch. Chicken. A chicken is a farm animal that is raised for its meat and eggs. We had grilled chicken for dinner. Tell. To say something to someone, to inform or narrate. Please tell me your name. Smile. To smile means to make a happy facial expression. He smiled when he saw his friend. Driving. To operate and control a vehicle, such as a car. He enjoys driving his car on the open road. Cry. To cry means to produce tears, often because of strong emotions. She began to cry when she heard the sad news. Chocolate. Chocolate is a sweet food made from cocoa beans, often eaten as a treat. She loves to eat chocolate after dinner. Song. A song is a musical piece with lyrics that is sung. She loves to listen to her favorite song on the radio. Like. To enjoy or have a preference for something. I like to read books in the evening. Never. At no time, not ever. I have never been to France. Cow. A cow is a large farm animal that produces milk and is often raised for meat. The cow grazed peacefully in the field. Turn. To turn means to move in a circular direction or change position. Please turn the page to continue reading. Table. A table is a piece of furniture with a flat top and legs, used for various activities like eating or working. We gathered around the table for dinner. Wet. Something that is wet has liquid on its surface. The ground is wet after the rain. Mother. A mother is a woman who has a child or children. My mother makes the best cookies. Traveling. The act of going from one place to another, often for enjoyment. She loves traveling to new countries every summer. High. Something that is high is at a greater distance from the ground. The kite flew high in the sky. Earth. Earth is the planet we live on, the third from the sun. The Earth revolves around the sun in a year. Quick. Something that is quick happens fast or in a short amount of time. She took a quick walk in the park before lunch. Do. To perform an action or task. I do my homework every evening. Drawing. A drawing is a picture made using a pencil, pen, or other tool on paper. Her drawing of the sunset was beautiful and full of colors. Full. Being filled to capacity, not having space for more. The basket is full of fruits. Ink. Ink is a liquid used for writing or printing. She wrote a letter with blue ink. Noisy. Noisy means producing a lot of sound or loud sounds. The children were very noisy during the party. Pizza. A dish made of a flat round base of dough topped with cheese, tomatoes, and other ingredients. I ordered a pepperoni pizza for dinner. Hot. Something that is hot has a high temperature or is warm. The soup was too hot to eat right away. Hat. A hat is a head covering, often with a brim. He wore a blue hat to protect himself from the sun. Party. A party is a social gathering of people for enjoyment. We are hosting a birthday party this weekend. Bedroom. A bedroom is a room where people sleep. I arranged the furniture in my bedroom for comfort. From. Used to indicate the starting point of a physical movement or a point of origin. She is coming from the store. Chair. A chair is a piece of furniture for sitting, with a back and usually 4 legs. He sat in the chair by the window to read a book. Sugar. A sweet substance that comes from plants, often used to sweeten food and drinks. She adds sugar to her tea for extra sweetness. Vegetable. A vegetable is a plant or part of a plant that is eaten as food. Carrots and broccoli are healthy vegetables. Close. To move something to touch or cover, making an opening shut. Please close the door quietly. Bounce. To bounce means to spring back after hitting something. The ball will bounce when you throw it on the ground. Horse. A horse is a large animal that people ride or use for work. The horse galloped across the field. Umbrella. An umbrella is a device that keeps you dry when it rains. She opened her umbrella to stay dry from the rain. Parrot. A parrot is a colorful bird that can mimic sounds and human speech. The parrot repeated the words it heard from its owner. Push. To move something forward with force. He had to push the car to get it started. Sing. To make musical sounds with the voice. She loves to sing her favorite songs in the shower. Hurry. To move or act with great speed. We need to hurry to catch the bus. Last. Last means the final one in a series or the most recent. This is the last piece of cake left. Cloudy. When the sky is filled with clouds and the sun is not visible. It was a cloudy day, so we decided to stay indoors. Bathroom. A bathroom is a room where you can wash yourself and usually has a toilet. I need to go to the bathroom before we leave. Pencil. A pencil is a tool used for writing or drawing, usually made of wood and containing graphite. She wrote her notes with a sharp pencil. Berry. A small, round, and often edible fruit. She picked a handful of berries from the bush. Woman. An adult, female, human. She is a strong and independent woman. Grape. A grape is a small, round, smooth fruit that grows in bunches and can be eaten or made into wine. She picked a bunch of grapes from the vine. Bag. A bag is a container made of flexible material used for carrying things. She put her books in her bag. Lamp. A lamp is a device that produces light, usually to brighten a room. She turned on the lamp to read her book. Roof. The roof is the top covering of a building that protects it from weather. The cat sat on the roof, enjoying the sunny day. Hill. A hill is a raised area of land smaller than a mountain. The children played on the hill near their house. Show. To show is to make something visible or to present something to others. She will show her artwork at the gallery. Fix. To fix something means to repair it or make it correct. He needs to fix his broken bike. Sometimes. At certain times, but not always. Sometimes I enjoy reading in the park. A pen is a tool used for writing or drawing with ink. He wrote a letter using his favorite pen. Give. To hand over or provide something to someone. Please give me your book. Understand. To grasp the meaning or significance of something. I need to understand how this machine works. Sheep. A sheep is a farm animal that is often kept for its wool and meat. The farmer has a large flock of sheep grazing in the field. Feel. To perceive something through the senses, especially touch or emotion. I can feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. Money. Money is what people use to buy goods and services. She saved her money to buy a new bike. Slowly. in a way that is not fast, taking more time. She walked slowly to enjoy the scenery. Good. Something that is good is positive, beneficial, or of high quality. She did a good job on her homework. Glue. A sticky substance used to bond things together. He used glue to fix the broken vase. Circle. A circle is a round shape with no corners where every point is the same distance from the center. The kids drew a circle on the ground with chalk. Believe. To believe is to accept that something is true, often without proof. I believe in fairy tales and magic. Lunch. Lunch is a meal eaten in the middle of the day. They had sandwiches for lunch at the park. Draw. To make a picture or a likeness by marking a surface. He likes to draw pictures of animals. Home. A home is a place where one lives and feels safe and comfortable. He returned home after a long day at work. Toy. A toy is an object for children to play with. The child played happily with his new toy. Lesson. A lesson is an amount of teaching about a particular subject. In math class, we learned a new lesson about fractions. Fire. Fire is the heat and light produced when something burns. We gathered around the fire to keep warm. Send. To cause something to go or be taken to a particular destination. Please send me the document by email. Surprised. Feeling or showing shock or wonder due to something unexpected. She was surprised to see her friends at the party. Call. To speak or shout to someone, or to make a phone contact. I will call you later to discuss our plans. Girl. A girl is a young female person, usually a child or teenager. The girl played happily in the park. In. Used to indicate a location or position within something. A cat is in the box. Smell. To perceive a scent or odor through the nose. I can smell fresh bread baking in the oven. Funny. Something that is funny causes laughter or amusement. The comedian told a funny joke that made everyone laugh. Laugh. To laugh means to make sounds to show you are happy or find something funny. The joke made everyone laugh loudly. Nest. A nest is a structure built by birds or other animals to hold their eggs or young. The bird built a nest in the tree to keep her eggs safe. Zucchini. A zucchini is a green vegetable that is shaped like a cucumber and often used in cooking. She made a delicious stir-fry with zucchini and other vegetables. Pants. Pants are a piece of clothing that cover the legs and are worn from the waist down. He wore a pair of blue pants to the party. Street. A street is a public road in a city or town where vehicles and pedestrians can move. The kids played soccer in the street after school. Stop. To cease moving or to bring something to a halt. Please stop talking during the movie. Care. Care is the feeling of concern or interest in someone or something. She showed great care for her sick pet. Loud. Something that is loud makes a lot of noise. The music was so loud that I couldn't hear my friend speak. Want. To wish for or desire something. I want to go to the park today. Life. Life is the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capacity for growth, reproduction, and response to stimuli. Life on Earth is diverse and full of wonders. Television. A television is a device that shows moving images and sound for entertainment or information. They watched their favorite show on television. Purple. A color that is a mix of red and blue. The flowers in the garden are a beautiful purple. Backward. Moving or facing in the direction behind. He took a backward step to avoid the puddle. Run. To move quickly by using your legs. He likes to run in the park every morning. Round. Having a curved shape or surface, not flat or sharp. The table is round, making it easy for everyone to see each other. Long. Something that is long has a greater than average distance from one end to the other. A river is long and winding through the valley. Bed. A bed is a piece of furniture for sleeping on. I like to read before going to bed. Insect. An insect is a small animal with 6 legs and a body divided into 3 parts. The butterfly is a colorful insect that flits from flower to flower. Finish. To finish means to complete something. I need to finish my homework before dinner. Clothes. Clothes are items worn to cover the body. She wore warm clothes during the winter. Forget. To forget means to be unable to remember something. I always forget where I put my keys. Sitting. Sitting means being in a position where your weight is supported by your bottom. He is sitting on the chair and reading a book. Snack. A snack is a small amount of food eaten between meals. I like to have a snack of fruit in the afternoon. Sandwich. A sandwich is food made of 2 pieces of bread with filling in between. I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. Fun. Fun is enjoyment, amusement, or lighthearted pleasure. We had a lot of fun at the party last night. Happiness. Happiness is a feeling of joy and satisfaction. Winning the game brought him great happiness. Share. To share means to give a part of something to others. I like to share my toys with my friends. Sliding. Sliding means moving smoothly along a surface. The children are sliding down the hill on their sleds. Clear. Something that is clear is easy to see, hear, or understand. The water in the lake was so clear that we could see the fish. Gum. Gum is a soft, sticky substance that you chew but do not swallow. He chewed his gum loudly during the movie. Green. Green is a color that looks like grass or leaves. The garden is full of green plants and trees. Inside. Inside means located within something, like a house or a box. The cat is sleeping inside the box. Empty. Something that is empty has nothing inside it. It has no content. The box was empty after he took out all the toys. Evening. An evening is the period of time from the end of the day until night. We like to have dinner together in the evening. Ugly. Something that is ugly is not pleasant to look at. The old building was considered ugly by many. Fruit. Fruit is the sweet, edible part of a plant that contains seeds. I like to eat fruit for dessert. Hello. A greeting used to say hi to someone. When I saw my friend, I waved and said hello. Crayon. A crayon is a stick of colored wax used for drawing or coloring. She used a red crayon to draw a heart. No. Used to give a negative response or indicate the absence of something. There is no water left in the bottle. Shoes. Shoes are items of clothing worn on the feet. He bought a new pair of shoes for the party. Nice. Nice means pleasant, agreeable, or pleasing. She gave him a nice smile. Listen. To listen is to pay attention to sounds or to hear something. Please listen carefully to the instructions. Blue. Blue is a color that is like the sky or ocean. The sky is blue on a sunny day. Cup. A cup is a small container used for drinking liquids, usually with a handle. She poured the tea into her favorite cup. Brave. Brave means having the courage to face danger or pain. The brave firefighter rescued the cat from the tree. Messy. Something that is messy is untidy or not organized. Her room was messy with clothes everywhere. Silently. In a way that does not make a sound. She walked silently through the empty house. Left. A side of the body or something that is opposite to right. He turned left at the corner of the street. Jump. To jump means to push yourself off the ground and into the air using your legs. The children love to jump on the trampoline. Learn. To learn is to gain knowledge or skills through studying or experience. She wants to learn how to play the piano. Fish. A fish is a water animal with fins and gills that lives in water. A fisherman caught a big fish in the lake. Frog. A frog is a small animal that lives both on land and in water, known for its jumping abilities and croaking sound. The frog jumped from one lily pad to another. Eagerly. In a way that shows strong and excited interest or desire. She awaited the results eagerly, filled with anticipation. Building. A building is a structure with walls and a roof used for various purposes. A school building was painted a bright color. Through. Moving in one side and out of the other side of something. She walked through the door and into the room. Gentle. Something gentle is soft, kind, and not harsh. The gentle breeze made the warm day more pleasant. Box. A box is a container with flat sides, usually square or rectangular. She placed the old toys in a box for storage. Near. At a short distance from something. The school is near my house. Pear. A pear is a sweet fruit with a rounded shape and a green or yellow skin. She ate a juicy pear for dessert. Boring. Something that is boring is not interesting or exciting. A lecture was so boring that many students fell asleep. Dry. Not wet, lacking moisture. The clothes are dry after being outside in the sun. Wind. Wind is the movement of air, especially when it is strong. The wind blew gently through the trees. Rock. A rock is a solid mineral material found in nature. She picked up a smooth rock from the riverbank. Yo-yo. A yo-yo is a toy that goes up and down on a string when you throw it and pull it back. He played with his yo-yo, making it go up and down smoothly. Doll. A doll is a small model of a human figure, often used as a child's toy. She played with her doll for hours every afternoon. Rarely. Something that happens infrequently or not often. He rarely goes to the movies. Noodles. Noodles are long, thin pieces of food made from flour and water, often eaten with sauce or in soup. For dinner, I cooked some noodles with tomato sauce. Salty. Salty means tasting of salt or having a lot of salt. The chips were too salty for my taste. Eating. Eating is the act of putting food in your mouth and swallowing it. He enjoys eating pizza on weekends. Serious. Something that's serious is important and not funny. He had a serious look on his face during the meeting. Easy. Something that is easy requires little effort or is simple to do. This math problem is easy to solve. Above. At a higher level or position than something else. The airplane flew above the clouds. Growing. Growing means increasing in size, amount, or importance. A growing demand for eco-friendly products is clear. Food. Food is what people and animals eat to live and grow. She always prepares healthy food for her family. Up. Towards a higher place or position. She looked up at the sky. Ostrich. An ostrich is a large flightless bird that runs fast and has a long neck. The ostrich can run faster than any other bird on land. Is. The verb is a form of to be used for stating existence or condition. She is happy today. Pig. A pig is a farm animal that is often kept for its meat and is known for its snout and curly tail. The farmer has a pig in the barn. Sports. Activities involving physical exertion and skill where individuals or teams compete. He enjoys playing sports like basketball and soccer. Sadly. Sadly means in a way that shows you are unhappy or sorry. She sadly said goodbye to her friends. Kick. To kick is to hit something with your foot. He wants to kick the ball into the goal. Think. To think means to use your mind to consider or reason about something. I often think about what I want to do in the future. UFO. A UFO is an unidentified flying object, often thought to be a spacecraft from another planet. Many people believe they have seen a UFO in the night sky. Happy. Feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. The children were happy playing in the park. Colorful. Something that is colorful has a lot of bright colors. The garden was colorful with many flowers blooming. Question. A question is something you ask to get information. She raised her hand to ask a question. Tiger. A tiger is a large, wild cat with orange fur and black stripes. The tiger prowled through the jungle, searching for prey. Idea. An idea is a thought or concept that comes to mind. She had a great idea for a new project. Mango. A mango is a sweet, juicy, tropical fruit with yellow or red skin. She ate a ripe mango for lunch. Folding. Folding means bending something over itself or into a smaller shape. She is folding the paper to fit it into the envelope. Flower. A flower is the colorful part of a plant that produces seeds. The garden is filled with beautiful flowers in spring. Work. To perform tasks or duties, to engage in physical or mental activity. He needs to work on his project every day. Bouncing. Bouncing means moving up and down or back and forth quickly. The ball kept bouncing on the ground after I threw it. Running. Running is the action of moving quickly on foot. He enjoys running in the park every morning. Pet. A pet is a domesticated animal kept for companionship. My pet cat loves to play with yarn. Cat. A cat is a small domesticated animal that is often kept as a pet. The cat sat on the windowsill, watching the birds outside. Car. A car is a vehicle with 4 wheels that is powered by an engine and used for transporting people. She drives her car to work every day. Note. A note is a brief written message or a short record. She left a note on the table for her friend. brush. A brush is a tool with bristles used for cleaning or painting. She used a brush to paint the wall. Sad. Feeling unhappy or sorrowful. He was sad when his friend moved away. Sky. The sky is the space above the earth where clouds and the sun are found. The sky was filled with stars on that clear night. Man. A man is an adult human male. A man walked his dog in the park. Phone. A phone is a device used to make calls and communicate with others. I called my friend on the phone to chat. Country. A country is a large area of land where people live and have their own government. France is a country known for its rich history and culture. Often. Often means frequently or many times. He often goes for a walk in the evening. Difficult. Something difficult is hard to do or understand. This math problem is very difficult to solve. Rectangle. A rectangle is a shape with 4 sides and 4 right angles. A table is shaped like a rectangle. Triangle. A triangle is a shape with 3 sides and 3 corners. The architect designed a building with a triangular roof. Jumping. Jumping means to push yourself off the ground and into the air using your legs. The rabbit is jumping happily in the field. Out. To be outside or away from a place. He went out to play with his friends. Travel. To go from one place to another, often over a distance. I love to travel to new countries every summer. Candy. Candy is a sweet treat made from sugar and often flavored. She loves to eat candy during the movie. Quickly. In a fast manner, rapidly. He finished the homework quickly. Queen. A queen is a female ruler of a country or the wife of a king. The queen attended the royal ceremony with grace. Town. A town is a human settlement that is smaller than a city but larger than a village. The town has many shops and parks for the residents. Penguin. A penguin is a flightless bird that lives mainly in the southern hemisphere, especially in Antarctica. The penguin waddled across the icy ground. Crying. Crying is the act of shedding tears because of strong emotions. The baby is crying because it is hungry. Busy. Busy means having a lot to do, being engaged in activity. She is busy working on her project all day. Together. In one place or at one time with each other. We worked together to finish the project. Puzzle. A puzzle is a game or problem that tests a person's skill or knowledge. She solved the jigsaw puzzle quickly. Make. To make something means to create it or cause it to exist. I will make a cake for the party. Exploring. To explore means to travel around a place to learn about it or to examine something carefully. The children are exploring the forest and discovering new plants. Slow. Moving at a low speed, not fast. A turtle moves very slow compared to the rabbit. Rose. A rose is a type of flower, often red, symbolizing love. He gave her a beautiful red rose on her birthday. Clap. To clap is to strike your hands together to make a sound, usually to show approval. The audience began to clap after the performance. Hard. Something that is hard is solid and difficult to break or easily shaped. The rock was too hard to break with my hands. Lion. A lion is a large wild cat known for its strength and a mane on the male. The lion roared loudly in the African savanna. Drum. A drum is a musical instrument that makes sound when struck. He played the drum in the school band. Morning. The morning is the part of the day from sunrise to noon. I like to drink coffee in the morning. Peach. A peach is a sweet, juicy fruit with a fuzzy skin. She ate a ripe peach on a hot summer day. Xylophone. A xylophone is a musical instrument made of wooden bars that are struck to produce sound. The child played a cheerful tune on the xylophone. Pretty. Something that is pretty is attractive or pleasing to look at. A garden is full of pretty flowers in the spring. Bitter. Bitter describes a taste that is sharp and not sweet, often unpleasant. The coffee was too bitter for my taste. Zoom. To zoom means to move quickly or to focus closely on something. The camera can zoom in to see the details of the painting. Whirl. The world is the earth and all the people, places, and things on it. She traveled around the world and saw many different cultures. Vase. A vase is a container used for holding flowers or as a decoration. She placed fresh roses in the beautiful vase on the table. Friend. A friend is someone you like and enjoy spending time with. She called her friend to share the good news. Below. In a lower position than something. The temperature is below freezing today. Pasta. Pasta is a type of Italian food made from wheat and water, usually in the shape of noodles. She cooked a delicious pasta with tomato sauce. Shaping. The act of giving a specific form or outline to something. She is shaping the clay into a vase. Thank. To express gratitude or appreciation. I want to thank you for your help. Carefully. In a way that shows attention to detail or caution. He carefully placed the fragile vase on the table. Father. A father is a male parent of a child. He plays soccer with his son every weekend because he loves being a father. Friends. Friends are people you know well and care about. She spends time with her friends every weekend. Use. To use something means to employ it for a purpose. You can use a pen to write a letter. Act. To do something, to perform a task or behavior. He decided to act quickly to help his friend. Grass. Grass is a common green plant that grows in fields and gardens. The children played on the soft grass in the park. Buy. To buy means to get something by paying money for it. I want to buy a new book. Bright. Something that's bright has a lot of light or is very colorful. The sun is bright today, making everything look cheerful. Right. Something that is correct or true. You got the right answer on the test. Need. To need is to require something because it is essential or important. I need water to stay hydrated. Juice. Juice is a liquid extracted from fruits or vegetables. I drink orange juice every morning. Again. Once more, another time. Please read the story again. Between. In or through the space that separates two things, people or places. The cat sat between the two dogs. Jelly. A sweet, soft food made from fruit juice and sugar that is often spread on bread. I like to put jelly on my toast in the morning. Cut. To use a sharp tool to divide something into smaller pieces. Please cut the paper into 4 equal parts. First. First means being number 1 in a sequence or order. She was the first to arrive at the party. Cloud. A cloud is a visible mass of condensed water vapor floating in the atmosphere. The sky was filled with fluffy white clouds. Talking. Talking means communicating with words. They were talking quietly in the corner. Road. A road is a pathway for vehicles and people to travel on. They walked along the road to reach the park. Slide. To move smoothly and quietly along a surface. The kids love to slide down the playground slide. Floor. The floor is the bottom surface of a room that you walk on. She dropped the book on the floor. Hold. To keep something in your hands or arms. She likes to hold her puppy tightly. Know. To be aware of something or have information about it. I know the capital of France is Paris. Bread. Bread is a type of food made from flour and water, usually baked. She bought a loaf of bread for the sandwich. Yes. Yes is used to express agreement or affirmation. When asked if she wanted to play, she said yes. Lazy. Lazy means not willing to work or use effort. On weekends, he likes to be lazy and relax at home. Pant. To breathe quickly and heavily, often after running or exercising. After the long race, he started to pant from exhaustion. Turtle. A turtle is a slow-moving animal with a hard shell that lives both on land and in water. The turtle slowly crossed the road. Village. A village is a small community or group of houses in a rural area. They live in a quiet village surrounded by hills. Water. Water is a clear liquid that is essential for life and is found in rivers, lakes, and oceans. It's important to drink enough water every day. Rough. Rough means having an uneven or irregular surface, not smooth. The rough surface of the rock made it difficult to climb. School. A school is a place where students learn, usually with teachers. The children go to school every morning. Rich. Having a lot of money, wealth, or valuable resources. He is a rich man who owns many properties. Sand. Small, loose grains of rock that are found on beaches and in deserts. The children played in the warm sand by the ocean. Hope. Hope is the feeling of wanting something good to happen. She has a lot of hope for a better future. Receive. To receive means to get or accept something that is given or sent. I was happy to receive a letter from my friend. Stay. To remain in a place or not leave. Please stay here while I go get some help. Orange. A round, sweet fruit with a tough orange skin. She peeled the orange and shared it with her friend. Family. A family is a group of people related by blood, marriage, or adoption. She spent the holidays with her family. Door. A door is a movable barrier used to open and close an entrance. She opened the door to let in the fresh air. New. Something that is new is recently made, discovered, or started. She bought a new book to read. Playground. A playground is an outdoor area where children can play. The children ran to the playground to swing and slide. Ring. A ring is a small circular piece of jewelry worn on a finger. She wore a beautiful ring on her left hand. Speak. To speak means to talk or say something using words. He can speak 3 languages fluently. Rabbit. A rabbit is a small, furry animal with long ears that is known for hopping. The rabbit hopped across the garden. Build. To build means to construct something by putting things together. They plan to build a new playground in the park. Go. To move or travel from one place to another. I will go to the store later. Dirty. Something that is dirty is not clean. It has dirt on it. The child's clothes were dirty after playing outside. Fork. A fork is a tool with 2 or more prongs used for eating or serving food. She used a fork to eat her salad. Sadness. Sadness is a feeling of sorrow or unhappiness. The movie brought a sense of sadness to the audience. Sport. An activity involving physical effort and skill, often played for enjoyment or competition. Soccer is a popular sport around the world. Playful. Playful means being fun, light-hearted, and full of play. The puppy was very playful, jumping around and wagging its tail. Play. To engage in an activity for enjoyment and fun, usually in a game or sport. The children liked to play soccer in the park. Ant. An ant is a small insect that lives in a colony and is known for its hard-working nature. The ant carried a crumb back to its nest. Beach. A beach is a place by the sea or a lake where people can relax on the sand. We spent the day at the beach building sandcastles. Pepper. Pepper is a spice used to add flavor to food. She sprinkled pepper on her salad for extra taste. Marker. A marker is a pen or tool used to write or draw. She used a colorful marker to draw on the poster. Meow. Meow is the sound that a cat makes. The cat began to meow when it wanted food. Bear. To carry or support something. She will bear the responsibility for the project's success. Dark. Something that is dark has little or no light. The room was dark and she couldn't see anything. Lizard. A lizard is a small reptile that has a long body and a long tail. The lizard basked in the sun on a warm rock. Music. Music is a form of art that uses sound to create patterns, rhythms, and emotions. She listens to music while studying to help her concentrate. Color. Color is the quality of an object that we see, such as red, blue, or green. The sky is a beautiful shade of blue. Follow. To go after or behind someone or something. Please follow me to the classroom. Boy. A boy is a young male child or youth. The boy played soccer in the park with his friends. Carry. To carry means to hold or support something while moving it from one place to another. She decided to carry the bags to the car. Cool. Something that is cool is fashionable, impressive, or agreeable. He wore a cool jacket to the party. Say. To say means to express something in words. She wants to say thank you to her friend. Smart. Someone who is smart is intelligent and able to think quickly. She is very smart and answers questions easily. Foolish. Foolish means lacking good sense or judgment, silly. It was foolish to ignore the warning signs. Walk. To move at a regular pace by lifting and setting down each foot in turn. I like to walk in the park every morning. Knife. A knife is a tool with a sharp blade used for cutting. Be careful when you use the knife to cut the bread. Star. A star is a bright point in the night sky that is a large ball of gas like the sun. The night sky was filled with shining stars. Notebook. A notebook is a small book with blank or lined pages used for writing notes. She took out her notebook to jot down important information. Core. Having little money or few possessions. They lived in a poor neighborhood with many struggles. Tree. A tree is a large plant with a trunk, branches, and leaves. The tree in the garden provides shade on hot days. Listening. Listening is the act of paying attention to sounds or spoken words. She enjoys listening to music while studying. Create. To create means to make something new or bring something into existence. She wants to create a beautiful painting. Interesting. Something that is interesting catches attention and keeps you curious. The book was so interesting that I couldn't put it down. Map. A map is a visual representation of an area showing locations, roads, and features. I used a map to find the best route to the park. Airplane. An airplane is a vehicle that flies in the air, designed to carry passengers or cargo. The airplane took off smoothly from the runway. X-ray. An X-ray is a type of radiation used to take images of the inside of the body. The doctor ordered an X-ray to check for any broken bones. Story. A story is a tale or narrative that describes events and characters. She told a fascinating story about her travels. Butter. Butter is a yellow, fatty food made from milk, used for cooking and spreading. She spread butter on her toast. Playing. The act of engaging in an activity for enjoyment or recreation. The children are playing in the park. Night. The period of darkness between sunset and sunrise. The stars shine brightly in the night sky. Taste. Taste is the ability to perceive flavors through the tongue. She has a great taste for chocolate desserts. Shopping. The activity of buying goods from stores. I enjoy shopping for new clothes on the weekend. Talk. To talk means to speak or communicate verbally with someone. They like to talk about their favorite movies. Dolphin. A dolphin is a smart marine animal known for its playful behavior. The dolphin jumped out of the water, showing off its tricks.